Hey my friends, what's going on? Cater here on a beautiful day, my friend. Hey, in today's video guys, let's talk about online business from home, the truth about getting rich online. Again, now this is not going to be one of those videos that you see on a capture page where it's all lies to get you to sign up or buy something. This is gonna be the real truth. This is gonna be the truth that you wanna know. Okay, now if you wanna see those capture page, the stuff that's gonna tell you, hey, it's gonna be overnight, you're gonna watch this video, then after you watch it you're gonna make $1,000,000, you can go to ClickBank, and there's a lot of products that promise you that stuff overnight. Now this is the real stuff. What is it gonna take you to actually build a business online? The truth about all those so-called internet millionaires or people that makes it overnight, people that makes millions in just a year or in about 6 months of building a business online. Let's look about building a business online from home. All right. You go hard, right? You go hard or you go home. You know what's gonna happen for yourself, guys. I can tell you can change your life. Doing this stuff for the last 4 years, guys, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of information, and I've been around a lot of stuff, and that's why I'm taking my time to actually make these videos for you guys to help you understand that it's a process. Okay, making money online, building a business on the internet, it's going to be a process. It's not gonna be a overnight thing like most people make it seems like. Okay, you're gonna be failing. That's inevitable. Like, you going to be failing. If you just get started with a business, failure is just inevitable, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to succeed. So if you're getting started right now, or maybe you got started with this business, you keep buying those courses and you are failing, we need to diagnose what's the reason why you are failing. Because it could be something on your part. It could be you buying a course and you not following up, or people not following up long enough to see results. Because building in the process, it's painful, it's hurtful. A lot of people won't tell you that. You're gonna have to spend some days and some nights of not sleeping, being in front of the computer. I remember, in the beginning when I first started working for 48 hours without taking a break. But you progressing, you setting up yourself for the future. The number one thing that's gonna happen, you're gonna learn from your failure. That's the number one key point as you start building this business, is that as you have those failures, you're gonna start learning from them and you're gonna get better. Because this failure is what's gonna transform you, is what's gonna shape you to give you the experience that you need. Let me give you a story. When I first started my online business, I saw this guy. He used to have the parrots on his side. His name is he's actually a good friend of mine. He has a testimonial on my channel. We met each other in Vegas, and we also met each other in Orlando. His name is Scott Rayleigh. Okay, he's killing right now with e-commerce. He's making anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a day with Shopify. But far going back, when I first started online, right, I saw Scott Rayleigh, and I started with this little company, this internet company where we start making money online. And then Scott had this thing. He wanted to help people, but I'm just showing you what a mistake cost me, right? So I set up my autoresponder. We had this little autoresponder. There's different messages. So when someone signs up for your list, it will automatically send out messages. That way I don't have to keep doing everything manually. So I started my autoresponder because I'm starting building a business. And again, if you're watching this, you don't have a list and you're trying to build a business online, you need to have one. I'm going to keep stressing this if you keep watching these videos. You need to create one, or else it's going to take you a long time, okay? So I'm starting to build my list, right? I didn't know how to do email marketing. I didn't know how to write my email. So I went on Scott Rayleigh's list, right? And Scott Rayleigh started sending me messages about, we was part of the same business opportunity. And then he asked me, one of the messages that he sent, he said, hey, would you like to get my emails, the one that I sent out? Because I have all those emails. You can actually just have them. and there was a button you just click and you just copy whatever the code that Scott had into his autoresponder, which was Aweber at that time. So you just have to copy it into your email autoresponder. What's going to happen is going to load up all the sequence. So all the email that's going to go out on automation is going to load up all the sequence into yours. So I did that. I load up all the sequence of the email into mine. But once I did that, I was getting a lot of leads because I started building my business. I was going through the trenches, my ads was getting ghosted on Craigslist. I figured that part out. I started getting 500 leads a day on Craigslist, and I was getting conversion, but I didn't know how to convert my traffic. So I had to learn that, So my conversion was anywhere by 3 to 5 person a day from 4 to 500 leads on Craigslist. But soon as I changed my link and put Scott stuff in, the conversion started to trickle down, and then it was vanished. I wasn't getting any conversion, so I was like, man, this system is not working. In the meanwhile, what I never did was changing his link. That was a mistake, right? I had to learn from that failure. So I fell for a little bit, and then later on I went into my autoresponder and find out all the links were not changed. So I was literally getting him all my traffic. I was giving him all my sign up, not knowing. But you have to go through the process of learning. If you're gonna go through the process, you're gonna learn a lot of information that's gonna help you get into future projecting. In that moment of failure, what you wanna base your freedom, what you wanna base your mindset on is future projecting. Where are you going? Where is this business gonna take you? When you start looking that direction, you start looking that way, it's gonna make much more sense to you than whatever you're experiencing at that moment. When you're building a business online from home, you don't want to play too safe. Now, you want to play safe if you're just getting started. Like a lot of people will have a job. Like me personally, when I got started, man, I had my job. I want to teach that to you. One of my mentors teach me that. He said, Cater, the goal is to duplicate and multiply in addition to your income. That's what you want to focus on, not to take out, divide, or kill the income. If you have a job right now, it's an income stream. Until you figure out your business and see that, hey, I can build this stuff part-time and add to it, then you feel like if I quit my job, I'm gonna have more time for my business. I can build it bigger. There's no reason why you should just jump and quit your job. Let me tell you this, like a lot of people who struggle with stuff, e-commerce, stuff like, Amazon, eBay, Amazon FBA, a lot of those people are people who trying to go at it full time. See, a lot of people who are making 6 figures with this stuff or who are thriving with this business, they usually have a job. They usually, have supplemental income that they can actually invest in the business, and they're not taking the money that the business is making to take care of their bills, paying for the house, paying for the light. And that's what happened to a lot of people. That's what kills a lot of people's business. They jump the gun too early. They jump the gun too early, and that the business has to compensate for everything that the job was paying. The cell phone bill, the light bill, the cable, the everything bill, the new computer that they need to buy. They need a new computer, boom, the business has to pay for it. Although it could be a business expenses, but I'm saying if you do have a supplemental income, a different side of stream of income as a job, use that until you build the business to make enough now where it will support you. So you want to start future projecting in your moment of failure and seeing exactly where you're going, okay? Create a vision. You want to create a clear vision of where you want to be. Without a vision, you cannot move forward in the right direction. You cannot move forward clearly knowing that, hey, this is just a little obstacle. When you have a vision, you know where you're going. It doesn't matter how much obstacles that you have, you're still going to be able to overcome this. So people start a business and they don't have a strong why. You have to have a stronger why. Like, if you look at the people who are most successful, I love using LeBron James, Michael Jordan, because I love watching the NBA. I love watching basketball. And these guys, they are some of my heroes. Like, they are some of my role model. I look up to these guys. And they had a strong why. They had to overcome some powerful obstacle to get where they are. I remember, Michael Jordan still today now talk about how he got cut off from the team, from his basketball team when he was in high school. And how his coach says, hey, you gotta come up. If you want to make it back to the team, I want you to come and train with me 1 hour every day before practice, and for 1 year, and by then I'll wait to see if you can still, if we can still take you on the team. And really that kept him as a drive, and ever since then that kept him as a drive to keep pushing, to keep going. And now here we are. LeBron James, after he lost with the Miami Heat, and he said he locked himself in his room for like 2 weeks, never came out, and just thinking how he would never let that happen again. And then the same thing happened with him when he got in the final with Golden State and lost to them. And this time, even though they were down 3-1, they still ended up taking it home, because he was driven by a process. He was driven by a mindset that is much more powerful than whatever obstacle that was in front of him. So you want to create a vision of where you're going, and the next thing, you want to project that vision. The way you're gonna project that vision is through your levels of action. It's what type of action are you gonna take to actually get this business. You want to build a business online from home and get rich from home. You gotta have some type of daily action that you're gonna take, because now you're your own boss. Nobody's gonna tell you, if you used to have a job, people say, hey, this is what you're gonna be doing today. This is the daily task. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna check this today. You have your manager to monitor whatever you're doing. Now, when you're building a business, you're not gonna have me, right? We can have this video here, right? But I ain't telling you what to do with your business. It's your business. You don't have someone now that's gonna be on your back every single day to tell you, hey, you gotta take action. It is your duty and your responsibility to know that, hey, I gotta take some type of action to get this stuff moving forward, or else it's not gonna move. There's 4 levels of action. Level number 1 is people that do nothing. Okay. Number 2 is people that retreat. Okay, and the level number 3 is people that takes, average action. They just take normal level of action just to get them by. Okay, and then the level number 4, which is the level that you want to be in, is people that are taking massive action. I remember when I first got into one of the online company I got, and there's this guy, I went to an event. He was all about taking massive daily action, increasing your productivity, be everywhere at the same time. And I started implementing the stuff in my business. And then the massive action every single day, they start to have this ripple effect, right? It's like this snowball that's rolling. The snowball effect we talk about, it starts picking up speed. So as I start rolling every single day, I start picking up speed in every places that I could be. So it start following in every places of your life. There's people that think that do nothing is actually doesn't require any effort, or it's not a level of action. If you know this information, right, you want to build a business online on the internet. You do nothing, you know what you gotta do, right? Hey, I gotta build my list, I gotta get this capture page up, and I gotta start, giving value, I gotta start selling stuff, I gotta get people to buy my courses, I gotta get people to buy my product. If you know the action that you gotta take, but you rather, like last night, there was this new, what's the name of this TV show? I don't watch it, but they had the first episode coming out. It was Walking Dead. My wife watched the show. I mean, she just got into it, and there was the new season, the new episode coming out, and everybody was jumping on board. I watched a little bit of it, and I saw when this guy, well, I might spoil it for you guys who's Walking Dead fans, and so he killed all those other guys. I'm sure you might have seen it in the commercial. This guy, he's sadistic. He's crazy. But anyway, to get back to what I'm saying, if you know you gotta do what you gotta do, but every day you binge watch every TV shows instead, you stay on Netflix watching shows in the 40s and the 90s, watching shows that has nothing to do that can help you get your business, yourself to the next level. You stay binge watching this stuff every time you get home from work. These times you could have been pushing and put these times out of your business. You do nothing, guess what? It's going to pay off, and you're not gonna like the payoff. So if you do nothing, despite how it may sound like when you do nothing, it requires no energy, no effort for you to do nothing, regardless of how you think, it requires work. When you do nothing, it requires work, because you have to think about, oh man, I could have done something else, man. My business could have been further. Oh, I'm struggling. Oh, I'm dying, So you want to get yourself out of that level. When you know you got to do certain things, you set a vision in mind. You create, the future the future perspection in mind of where you're going, man, you cannot just sit and do nothing. Okay, you cannot just sit and do nothing. Those are some sign that you actually aren't doing nothing. If you feel like you're bored, you feel lethargic, you feel like, you have lack of purpose, if you feel that, man, I feel so bored right now, you don't have any energy, it's more likely because you're in the first category. You probably aren't doing anything right now. You probably aren't moving forward. So you want to start seeing, how can I have a daily action plan? What can I do every single day to get my business moving forward? Like me personally, I know exactly what I need to do daily to get my business moving forward. And it's all about consistency. It's not about doing it today and you vanish for the next 30 days and then you expect $1 million that you see on the capture page or you see on the sales page video, and you feel like, oh yeah, this sales page video, see, I'm gonna have this process that's gonna make me $1 million from home, online, with my online business. That's it. Oh, gun, I'm gonna be rich. Well, if you do nothing, you get nothing. That's the rule of the game. And in the next level of actions, you have the people who retreat. You have the retreater. Those people, they take action in reverse, okay? So they probably have some type of negative experience. Maybe they started taking action, they start this business, they're excited about it. And they start telling their friends about it, and their friends say, yeah, this stuff is just another scam, man. Why don't you go get a job? They worrying about other people's opinion, or maybe they feel down, or maybe they haven't seen the results. Maybe they bought every course under the sun, and they feel like, man, I'm not getting any results. Why am I not making any payment? Why nothing is coming into my bank account? So maybe they've been trying for 3 months and they haven't seen any results. So therefore, they start backsliding. They start thinking about the negative energy and the negative experience, and that start going around them. So they just ended up settling for average. Average is the enemy of greatness. If you wanna be great, you cannot have an average mindset. The average person will try something for 54 days. They'll try an online business for 54 days, and if they see no results, they end up quitting. See, the successful person, they'll try until success happens. And it could be 100 days, it could be 300, it could be 500 days. It doesn't matter, because they focus on the end results. They focus on the end results. So, do you really want to have average goals, in your life? You don't want to just have average money or average kids. You want to have the best of the best. So you must be able to start thinking like the best, okay? And then you gotta move on into the next level of action, which is people that are taking massive action. And when you take massive action, guys, is that you do more than you actually think. Instead of sitting there and think about, oh man, I'm gonna write a book, you in chapter 1, you in chapter 2, you in chapter 3, and then you course correct everything in the future. Instead of thinking, oh man, how am I gonna create this course? I want to create my own course. You're already building one course and it was a fail, it was a flop. You building a second one and it was a flop. You built a third one, it was some success. You built a fourth one, oh man, crazy success. Then you built a fifth one, it flopped. See, the difference between the people who takes massive action is that they are not afraid of failure. They are not calculating, yo, I'm gonna fail 8 times, but they know the 2 times, this is the 80-20 rules, and doing something for 10 times, they're gonna fail 8 times, but the 2 times that they're gonna win, the satisfaction and the reward is gonna be so amazing, so huge, that it's gonna compensate for all the failures that they experience. And you gotta be patient, man. If you're gonna build this business online, one of the biggest things is that you have to be patient. I've seen too many entrepreneurs who was balling in 2015, balling in 2014, 2013, and they are gone. Because one of the biggest mistakes that young entrepreneurs make is going for the big money too early and spending the big money too early. They're trying to cash out too early. You don't want to take your first scraps of ideas and just cash out. You want to plant as many seeds as possible. You want to plant your seed and let them grow. If you see that this business is growing, you don't want to cut out the oxygen, which is what most people do, because now, oh man, I'm making some bread. They go buy the nice cars, they go buy the nice things. Instead of investing back in the business, you start getting a bunch of liability. I'll make a video in the future about, assets and liability. how you must understand it, how the average person thinks, having a house is an asset. And most banks or most people will tell you, oh, your first asset is your house. And it's not even true, because an asset is something that makes you money. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. If you live inside of your house and you have to pay for it every month, you got to do the grass, you got to pay for electricity, water, all that stuff, it's not an asset. It is a liability. Well, I know most people will get you confused with, oh, you can go to the bank and you can refinance your house and get $50,000. Oh, it's an asset. Or you have equity on the house. It's an asset. But think about it. What if you never refinance? What if you keep paying for it every month? It's taking money out of your pocket. See, assets is stuff that brings you money. Okay? The way your house would be an asset if you rent it and the renter is paying you for it every month. That's when it becomes an asset. So you want to have your mind right and understand that if you're going to be in this game as an entrepreneur, right, you want to build a legacy. You want to focus on the long term. Stay focused on the vision and plan out, because how it's going to pay off big time, it's in the long term. So you want to be patient and start building your money, start building your residual income on a daily basis. That's what's going to take you to the next level. So if you're looking into building a business online from home, it's going to require some persistence. Okay? You got to stay persistent. Like someone called me the other day, hey Kader, man, I bought your course and I haven't seen any results in about a couple of days that I applied. This is crazy talking. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen in a couple of days. When you buy a course, I don't know how many courses that I bought. You're not gonna see the effect of the course until you take action for at least 30 days. Because the people that actually put this stuff together, more likely, if you see that they have results, they have some type of results, they've been doing it for more than 54 days, more than 90 days. That's why they accumulate the results that they have. Like my YouTube channel, for example, I wasn't making money with it, for a long time, because I didn't even monetize the video, and I wasn't so consistent. I was just making a video here, making a video there, give some encouragement. It wasn't so consistent. Then YouTube allowed people to monetize the video with the ad that's played, and I just let the ad play, and for that first month it made me like $30. And then when I took it seriously, it's just 10x, because I 10x my action on there. But I've been building this stuff for the last 4 years. For the last 4 years, I wasn't consistent in the last 3 years and a half. I've only been consistent with this stuff for, I'll say, for the last 6 months. I was always consistent, but it wasn't a daily consistency. So what I'm saying is that the same principle apply in every business that you're gonna get yourself into. Whether it's gonna be affiliate marketing, whether it's gonna be e-commerce, whether it's gonna be blogging and video marketing like I'm doing on some of the stuff, whether it's gonna be a coaching business, you're gonna have to create some type of consistency before you can see the type of results that you are looking for. Alright? So I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes a lot of sense to you guys. And if that do, please like this video, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, drop it down below. Okay, let me know what you think. Also, check out my free course that I gave you on how to build your list, how to get affiliate marketing, how to do affiliate marketing, e-commerce. I'm giving you 7 ways on how I built money on the internet. I built my business online from home, and if you're looking to build a business online from home, you can implement the same strategy, and I'm sure with consistency, with applying the stuff that I share with you, you will be able to see massive success. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, you get some type of value, let me know below, comment, let me know what's up. That was Kader. I'll see you guys later. Let's go.